Greetings, dear Pisces. This is just a little mini report for the Aquarius new moon eclipse just happening right now. I thought it might be useful for folks to have a little reference point, okay? Going to keep it very simple, right? No jumpers, no flyers, no oracles, no reversals, just a snapshot, okay? And then you can reinterpret however you guys want, all right? It's the same spread we use on Sunday Night Live. Okay, we are shuffled. And we're blessed by our angels. What's the situation? What's the challenge? How are we going to handle this? And what's the circumstantial energy like? Let's just call it the weather. Okay, well, you have the Three of Pentacles here, Pisces. So, you know, with this eclipse happening more or less in the your 12th house area, it might be in some ways really hard to understand or get a grip on it, because it could be the beginnings and the endings of perceptions and ways of self-undoing, understanding how you fit in with the rest of the world and how you are appreciated by others on a sort of spiritual level, and also others understanding you and trying to figure out how you fit in the world on a spiritual level, and like reevaluating everything, reappraising, having a chance to start from scratch about how you can, let's say, integrate yourself better into this world, like from the spiritual aspects and from the health aspects. Okay, so that you don't have to do the traditional Pisces thing of often ending up as like everyone else's, doormat kind of thing, because that often happens with Pisces. Like, so I feel here this is a real chance to like bring things into stark focus, like sharp realizations, like, oh my gosh, now I'm realizing how valuable and awesome I am to others, but I'm also realizing how I have undermined myself or allowed others to undermine myself without even knowing it. So this is a really good opportunity for you, okay, Pisces? What's the situation? Okay. Well, don't be scared of the Hermit here. It would be perfectly appropriate for you to go through a little period right now, even if it's just for a few weeks or something, where you might be feeling as though you're very spiritualized, where there's nowhere else to go except within. That's perfectly normal when you are dealing with 12th house energies. Aquarius, if you look at it in the simplistic sense, Aquarius would translate into your 12th house energy, the house of spirit and universal love and the endings of all endings and the preparations for renewal. It's just like, natural life cycles. We're born and we live and then we die and then we start all over again, just like leaves and plants and trees. And so this is the final fade as you get ready to start all over again, because we have a massive, massive Pisces stellium coming up a few weeks later. Okay, so just prep yourself for that. Think of this as the unwinding, the final closing of the curtains, and the chance to start absolutely fresh again. And you'll feel it by the full moon in a few weeks. Wow, what's the challenge here? Okay, with the Queen of Wands, my feeling is that for you right now, the challenge is like understanding your own awesomeness and accepting it, and then living up to it, living by example. It might be that you're kind of exhausted. Like if we're at the end of a very long cycle with the Aquarius new moon representing the end of almost like a whole year cycle, it could be understandable that you are like completely depleted in some ways, but also very aware of the chance of a new journey starting again, where if the challenge right now at this very moment with the eclipses is like say living in your sovereignty, in your full dignity of self, and being the inspiration to yourself that you would normally like to be and be that way for others. If that's a problem right now, it's perfectly acceptable, perfectly understandable, simply because of the ending of the cycle and the chance to start all over again. So I wouldn't take this too seriously. Don't let it get you down. Like, don't take it personally. Yeah, it might be, it could lead to things like depression or lack of self-esteem, or, you know, almost like the fear of like, who am I? Why am I here? Why am I even, you know, around here at all? And yet that energy is there. It's just that there's a lot of doubt here, a lot of self-doubt in one's own integrity and own awesomeness. So how are we going to deal with that? Okay, let's have a look. Okay, my feeling here is to like take this opportunity over the next few weeks. I mean, it will extend further than that because it's an eclipse type of energy. But for the next 2 weeks, I feel that this is a real opportunity for you to like kind of grab the moment, like, like if you've been in a hospital or something, or you've been debilitated in some ways, and you're at the end of it and you're going to be coming out soon. What I'm suggesting here, what I'm feeling here is start looking forward to the good stuff, to see how everything that's happened so far, even the worst of the worst things, is actually a blessing in some way that has prepared you for this moment coming up where you're going to get stark realizations and awakenings about prospects, new prospects coming for you, new ways to express yourself, carry yourself, conduct yourself with the passion and the drive and the vision and the sense of mission for who you really are and why you're really here, and what you're here to do, and come back into your own awesomeness by not by having to force it or anything, but by it's like that energy of really looking forward to new starts and new beginnings where you can really express yourself at higher levels that you've never really done before. So I see this as a really good opportunity for you. It's just that right now, at this very moment, you might be feeling at the very like ebb of the tide, and then it's going to start to pick up for you, okay, in a few weeks. So please see this as an opportunity to tune into what it is you really want. Like, start making plans now for a new life, a new way of being, a brand new Pisces, uh, and the way that things are going to pan out for you starting in March, okay? All right. Thank you so much, Pisces. Take care and all the best. Oh, hold on. I'll just leave this here for reference. Okay, so that there's no ambiguity. All right, so there you are. Please make the best of this and reinterpret however you want. Bye bye.